What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Um, Felt like I haven't done an open topic in a while, but I know I have. But it's a lot going on that we need to kind of tap into. And also, as is the case with the open topic, is wide open for y'all to ask any questions that y'all might want to ask, anything y'all might want to know. And if I'm able to answer it, then your big brother will. If I'm not, then my bad. Hit the like button as you come into the door. Do that for your big brother, man. Hit that like button as soon as you walk in. As soon as you walk in, you know you go in somebody's house and you're supposed to speak to everybody that's in the house. People sitting out on the couches while walking. You speak to everybody. That's the equivalent of this like button. Well, as soon as you walk in, you hit that like button. Y'all speak to everybody. I see y'all slowly trickling in. This is open topic tonight, so we can cover the whole spectrum as much as we can. And we'll talk about a few things that I do want to touch on. Of course, this is Ramadan, so I definitely want to say Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslims and all those who are acknowledging, recognizing, participating in the holy month of Ramadan in the Islamic world, where there's fasting, there's praying, there's the building of the spirit in that month, and the reconnecting to the Creator in that holy month. So everybody who is acknowledging Ramadan, definitely want to send my blessings and prayers to you, as I would hope y'all would send them to me. And we'll get right into it, man. Anything you guys want to go into, I will be looking at y'all's words heavily. I see you, boss lady, Steve Rio, Canada up in this thing already. And I see THC, Truth is Hour of Comedy, Earth Flat. That's why I keep my globe in the back. That's why I keep that globe. Y'all see this globe I'm pointing at? That's why I keep it right there to mess with the flat earthers. I keep it right in y'all's sight. I keep my globe right there in front of y'all. Andy Vasquez, welcome, man. I'm glad you finally caught alive, and hopefully we can make it worth your while and worth your time. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you being here. Chuck Silver, I guess Chuck gonna start it off. Chuck says, I reached a lot of brothers with your song, Struggle Addiction. Oh no, Struggle Made Me Great. I got a couple songs with Struggle. Struggle Made Me Great. Can you elaborate on? Can I elaborate? Why I can't read today? Can you elaborate on it if you have time? Much love from Philly. Much love back to Philly, Chuck. Well, The Struggle Made Me Great. That song is basically speaking from a perspective of after the fact, after you have gone through the storm, after you've gone through all the trials and tribulations that you may have gone through up until this point in your life, and you have become a person that's been made stronger and better because of the trials and the struggles that you went through. Then you look at where you are now and realize that those struggles helped you to develop yourself into a better, stronger person, into a successful person. So in that regard, that struggle made you great. See, a lot of us never know what we can be. We never know what's in us until adversity hits. If you're just going through life, just coasting along, smooth and clean, you just riding along, and the road is just smooth. You never hit a pothole. You never got to swerve and go around a dead dog. You never have a bump in the road, an accident, just anything. Then you can talk all day, but you never know what you made of because you haven't been tested. You haven't been tried. See, if you got a boxer that's fighting easy fights, he's knocking everybody out, but he hasn't fought any real competition, then he really can't say he's a true champion, because there's better fighters out there that would give him opportunity to prove that. So once you go through those struggles and you in the middle of it and you dealing with it and you going through it, it's tough. You don't know how you're gonna make it out, but somehow you do. And now you on an elevated platform looking down at those struggles, you know that part of that is what made you great. So that's what that song was about. The struggle made me great. I actually performed that song for the first time about a week ago. D. Hemphill says, I tell people that you can cure any disease naturally. They got herbs that will cure anything. Yeah, I 100% believe that. I totally believe that. I believe in what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches and how to eat to live is that our kitchen should be our medicine cabinet. If we have the right things, the right foods, and we put the right foods into our bodies and at the right times and think the right thoughts, then yeah, we absolutely had the ability to reverse anything that might be going on. So I salute you, D. I totally believe that. The problem is that you have so much money being generated by the pharmaceutical companies through the sales of pharmaceuticals, of chemical based so-called medications and things of that nature. And the financial aspect of it makes it to where any natural, holistic, herbal cures, they don't want no parts of that. And they suppress that information and they make that information almost to seem far-fetched. They make people think you're crazy if you're pitching natural healing. So that's one of the biggest setbacks to any situation where you're trying to promote natural healing, because it's no money in the cure. The money is in the treatment, the perpetual, continuous, eternal treatment of a condition that you've been hearing about for 25, 30 years, all your life, that never seems to get fixed. But more and more money is being poured into research. That's a good thing to talk about. The original boss lady. Talk about how to reach a young person so they don't make any of the mistakes that you have made in life as parents. You know what? All you can do, and this is what I learned, all you can do is just tell them the best you can. Because unfortunately, a lot of our young people, a lot of young children, they, just like we did, they think they already know it. They think that us old people will, man, y'all don't want y'all to talk about, man, this is a new day, man. We don't even do it like that no more. You talking about that old stuff. Nah, man, I got it. I know what I'm talking. Nah. They don't want to hear it until they bump their head. So a lot of times people will say, well, you gotta let your children bump their head, man. Let them find out on his own. The problem with that is that in this day and time, man, that one head bump can become a decapitation. And you don't, those who love their children, you want to do everything you can, like you say, to prevent them from going down some of the same roads and making the same mistakes that you made. But the truth of the matter is, all you can do is do the best you can to instill the principles in them in the best way that you can. Because a lot of times it's about the way people receive things is based on how we project it. So it's a delicate situation, but you don't ever stop trying to teach your sons, your daughters. Never stop teaching them the right way to go. Never stop telling them the stories of the mistakes you made, but try to do it in a more shrewd way, as opposed to always telling them like this, man, you gonna do this, boy, you ain't gonna do that. You know, try to be more smooth with it in the presentation, you know. because we're just living in a new time, and between the streets, between the police, between the judicial system, there's so many things that are working against our young people that they have to contend with every day. The peer pressure of their own age demographic, um, the music, the movies, the social media. There's so many things pulling on them that you as a parent are competing against all those other elements. And the truth of the matter is you competing against all those elements, and the child may not realize that you are the only one who really love them. All that other stuff, the stuff in the streets, them people out in the hood, they don't love you like that. They don't love you at all in some cases. You know, the police don't love you. You know, so they come to realize that later once they make the mistake, but we want to get them before they even make that mistake. You just have to pray for them. Pray your best. Hey, pray for their protection, and pray that God will guide their steps, even in times where you're not around, even in situations where they may not hear your words, because it might be a situation y'all never talked about. You got to keep praying and stay on. Kristen, I really need you and Don't Leave Me are two of my go-to songs when I need to feel. Yeah, man, me too. That's why they're titled. That's why they are titled that. These are songs, those two songs that you mentioned, for those who might not know, I'm talking straight to God on those songs. I really need you and Don't Leave Me. I'm talking straight to the creator on those songs. That's why they're titled like that. So I appreciate that. Hmm. Monsanto poisoning it from a seed. That's right. Cynthia Albro, what's going on? Derek Kellum, peace, love, prosperity, health, and wealth to you. And back at you, my brother. Appreciate that energy. Angelina. TAC says flat for life. Flat for life. Look, how you do it? Look where my pencil is pointing at. Happy Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak, sis. Ramadan Mubarak to all of the Muslims celebrating Ramadan. And you don't have to be a Muslim to participate in Ramadan. Ramadan is a fast. It's a spiritual experience. It's a holy month of fasting and praying and cleansing and meditating and just getting your mind right and reconnecting with God. As I said earlier, we should be doing it every day. Yeah, I'm talking about sis niece. Where your mama at? 'Cause I ain't talked to her since 1923. It's good to see you on here. Okay, can you say some positive and kind words to my wife Selena? She's dealing with cancer. Thanks in advance. And yeah, first of all, we praying for you. We gonna pray for you, Sister Selena, and we're gonna pray for your healing. And we can't speak to you in a way that we relate if we haven't been through what you're going through. So all we can say is that for you to understand the importance of staying positive and knowing that this is a fight that many people have fought and won. So why should you be any different? A lot of people have fought this fight and won. So you need to put yourself in that number, Sister Selena, and attack it as a challenge. This is a challenge. This thing is challenging you and challenging your health. So it's like, nah, you ain't getting this from me. Start eating right, eating better, eating right, taking care of yourself, and pray daily and nightly. Don't give it the win. Shaheem says, who wins in a rap battle? 1993 K or present day K-Rino? Well, that's a weird situation. It's a really good question because the problem is 1993 K, he really cared about that type of stuff. He was like, I want to tell y'all face off. Present day K, not so much. That ain't really something that just I'm into anymore. You know what I'm saying? I still write battle bars in my songs and all that, but I don't have that passion to just go head to head at people like I used to. Now, could it be brought out? Yeah. I know me. I know how I am. You know, somebody, you know, got out of line, then yeah, I would definitely spring back into action. But 93K, although he is not as skilled as present day K, 93K would be on my head like, what's up? Come on, you know. And present day me would be like, man, go on, man, watch out, man. Like, I ain't got time for that, man. Yep. The Real says, how open is this topic? Try me. Mm-hmm. It's open topic. See, open topic means it's open for you to talk about or ask whatever you want to. It's open. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna know the answer, or if it's something that is disrespectful or offensive, then it's not something that I'm gonna even address or deal with. You know, so it's open, but it just depends on how far we go into the rules of it. Angela Lindsay, appreciate you coming out last night. Hope you enjoyed the show last night, Angela. We had some technical difficulties, but we made through it. We walked through it. You know, I've been doing this. Your big brother been doing this a long time. So if the music stops or something goes wrong in the show, I'm gonna keep on doing me. And that's kind of what happened last night. We had a couple of glitches here and there, but we powered through it, and hopefully the people still, you know, had a good time, man. What's up, brother Marcus? Shalom to you, Aki. Peace, my brother. That's my guy right there. I got your email too about the video. No question about it. Hold on, I lost everybody. Let me get. This is open topic, y'all. What's on your mind? Let's get it on. They are not really seeing the positivity, but a lot of negativity and misinformation. Yeah, you know, the children are being fed. See, what we got to understand about all of the negativity and crap that our children are gravitating towards, this is intentional. This is a plot. They are intentionally using everything that is around us, everything that's available to us and our children. They have done what's called weaponize it. They've turned it into a weapon used against our children and us to degenerate us mentally, to bring us down mentally, to turn us into animals, to turn us into savages, to alter our behavior in a negative way. So the problem is that a lot of like young people don't recognize that, or they don't really think that deep into it enough to say, I'm being manipulated, I'm being used. So when they don't think that deep into it, it makes it a lot easier for them to fall victim to that tactic. But it's 100% intentional. This is a generation. This generation is the generation that is gonna save the world. And the enemy knows this. The enemy knows that this is a fearless generation, that this is the generation that's gonna usher in the change. So they have to do everything they can to dumb down that generation and take that focus off of that change in order for them to continue to be in that ruling spot. Angelina says, I've been looking for motivation. I've heard every last post on YouTube, and then the ones that are put on there as new are just regurgitated and clips from old motivational speeches. Well, depending on what you need motivation about, what is it that you're trying to be motivated concerning? What's up, George Corson? Jimmy Robinson, my brother, Alabama in the building. George Corson says the earth is definitely flat. Let me see, get my angle together. Y'all see what ain't that? That's for my flat earthers back there. That globe y'all see back there. That's a lot of motivation. Do not fit or identify with the subject at hand that I'm dealing with. I guess yeah, I guess it would depend on what it is you're dealing with, Angelina. That will make it easier for me to speak to. But if it's something personal, don't put it on this chat. All NASA astronauts are Masons. Well, there's a lot of people that ain't astronauts that are Masons, Agent Smith. So if you want to go into the who the Masons are, you can go to, you can talk about astronauts all you want, but you got astronauts, you got presidents, you got pastors and priests, and you got all kind of people that's part of those involved in Masonry. Jimmy says, my mother beat cancer, so it's possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Like 38 open topic. Cool. Okay, y'all losing me. Let me find some other stuff. Open topic tonight, y'all. I've heard that George Bush was a man. See, a lot of the original founding fathers of the United States, they were Masons and they were Shriners. And a Shriner is just a master Mason. But they were Masons who studied Islam in secret. And in studying Islam in secret, they knew who the secret was. They knew who the secret was about. But they were sworn to secrecy about the secret at the risk of losing their life if they would give up the secret. So a lot of those founding fathers and all the way to the current, yeah, they were Masons. And so what? They're not the original man. They're not the original. See, the original man don't have to be a Mason. We don't have to be a made son. The Mason is a made son, not original. We don't have to try to go back and be something. We don't have to try to go and follow behind someone who's imitating you. That don't even make sense. So I'm gonna go and try to be that which I already am. I'm gonna study under them and learn. No. They don't get all of the degrees of knowledge in their Masonic lodges because it's impossible for them to get that. The original man got all of the knowledge. Yeah, see there. But the key is I didn't lose. I beat myself one time. But if I beat myself one time, Don't that mean that I lost? But I won because it was me who beat me. But did I lose because it was me who lost to me? Only the old schoolers know what me and Sadell are talking about. Otherwise, y'all think I'm just talking crazy. They're giving some good advice. One of the hardest things to do for a person who does not do this already is to stop eating sugar. One of the toughest things to do is to stop eating sugar. Sugar is a drug. Sugar is a highly addictive drug. I do not call it a food. It is a drug. And it's very addictive, and it's pretty much in anything, in everything, like soy. Soy is another thing that should be removed from your diet, if at all possible. If you go through a grocery store and just look at the back of practically any ingredient, practically any food item that you pick up on the grocery store shelf, you'll see it got soy in it in some form or fashion. Soy is not something that's good for our physical consumption. So if you can cut out sugar, cut out soy, that gives you a real big jump and a real big head start on being a lot more healthy. Of course, GMOs, like Kevin O'Neill said as well. GMO, for those who don't know, just stands for genetically modified organism. And that's just fake. See, genetically modified. That means they have genetically engineered and constructed a fake ingredient into a food that has zero nutritional value. So that's what they're putting in a lot of this food. See, a lot of the food we eat, it has no nutritional value. So what we do, we consume food for the purpose of taste and for the purpose of the satisfaction of being full. That combination, that's what we go for. We go for, if it tastes good and it get me full, then it must be good food. But in reality, the majority of it's not even food. The majority of the so-called food that we eat, they have created it, they have made it in such a way that they're gonna make sure that it tastes good. They're gonna make sure that it tastes good to you. It's gonna smell good, it's going to look good, but it's not going to nourish you. It's not gonna put you in a position where it improves your health. And over time, all of the poisons that are in that so-called food, they accumulate in your system, and then they start to cause the problems that we see running rapid and prevalent, the cancers and the diabetes and things of that nature. So if you can cut back on, look, I already told y'all, I'm the dude that be in the grocery store looking at the back of ingredients. Okay, this is me in the grocery store. Okay, this has got that in it. I'm that dude. It might take me 30 minutes to go in there and get 3 items. I'm looking up stuff, man. And you still not out the water and safe because you try to watch what you eat. Because they see, once the enemy recognizes that, oh, these folks is trying to get smart. They trying to be wise about how they eat. Then he will start to tamper with the foods that we believe are even the healthy foods. So even the vegetables, just like somebody put Monsanto in the chat earlier, the very seeds that we think, oh man, I'm gonna grow my own food. And then you go get these Monsanto seeds and these other seeds that are not natural, and you think you're doing something because I grow my own food, but they still got you. They still got you because they've tampered with that. See? So you come out and you got fruits and stuff that are seedless in some cases. It's like, you're not supposed to eat no fruit that don't have no seed in it, because it can't reproduce after itself naturally. If it can't reproduce, that's the purpose of the seed. The purpose of the seed is for the fruit to reproduce itself naturally. But if you got this watermelon and it don't even have no seeds in it, how was it made? How was it made? Oh man, well, what they do it. I ain't eat it. You eat it. You eat it. Steven Skiba says, what's about to happen? Been slapping that repeatedly lately. Yeah, man. I mean, all praise is due to Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because a lot of the things that I'm talking about in that song are just reiterating his teachings. See, all of the things that he taught back in the 50s and the 60s that are now coming to pass, we seeing it. So it's not for me to take some credit like I predicted all this accurately. No, I'm just bearing witness to his teachings that he been said, and now it's unfolding. So when I say those things, just like I said at the end of the song, when I say those things and make songs about that, I'm doing it to give the information out, of course, because it was given to me, but I'm also doing it to bear witness to the truth. So whenever it unfolds, for it to be proven today, look, this man said this. Now you see it happening, to bear witness to the validity of who I subscribe to the teachings that I subscribe to and believe are the 100% absolute truth. So I appreciate the love nonetheless. PT says, I believe Bob Saget was involved in the Shriners. It's possible. It's possible. Daltanian, sugar is a very hard drug. Yeah, sugar is, man, look, I'm a sugar addict. You looking at one. Hi, my name is K-Rino, and I'm a sugarholic. That's me. You looking at a dude, I'm gonna give y'all a confession. I am a guy who got up one night at 1 o'clock in the morning to go to the store and get some cookies because I needed something sweet, just like a dope fiend. That was me. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, man, I need something sweet. Got up, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Zawaji Muhammad, is sugar naturally white or brown? I don't know the answer to that question, but I know that once it is white, however it got there, white flour, white sugar, it ain't no good. I don't know the natural color of sugar, but I know white sugar is not. It's not the way. Read that label. Read that label. Read that label. Read that label. Be Grateful says, K, off topic. No, ain't nothing off topic today. This open topic. Is your song The Meeting a real experience? No, it's not a 100% specific real experience. Maybe somebody experienced it, but mine came in a different way. Mine just came from when I was younger, sending music out to record labels, trying to get a record deal, and them telling me that I need to eliminate all of the talk about Minister Farrakhan and those Nation of Islam teachings and that type of stuff. And that my deal was dependent on that. and I wasn't going to change. I wasn't going to stop talking about that. So needless to say, I didn't get the record deal. But I'm sure somebody's been brought in the office like in the song. Go watch the video too if you haven't watched the video. Yeah. Oh yeah, bean pie. Yeah. Get your bean pie. Wish I had one now. See, because a bean pie's main ingredients is the navy bean, the small navy bean that packs so much nutrition in that one bean, man. The navy bean is filled with so many healthy amino acids and elements in it, man, that it's a great thing to add to your diet in different forms. So when you eat a bean pie, although it tastes like a snack, you actually are eating a healthy food when you eat that bean pie. So yeah, get up on it. Get up on it if you want it. Glandor Hill says, how does it feel to be the GOAT? I don't know. I wouldn't know, Glandor. I don't know who the GOAT is. I have no idea. Because if you ask me who the GOAT is, I would throw 3 or 4 names at you. I don't know. And it's not my place to say that I'm the GOAT. If other people bestow that on me based on their opinion of my rap skills that I've been blessed with, then I thank them and I humbly accept it. And I thank, because that's your opinion. That's how you view it. So I'm like, man, I appreciate that. But it ain't for me to be going around, hey man, you know I'm the GOAT, huh? Hey man, guess what? Guess who I am? I mean, because there's too many great rappers. There's too many phenomenal, high level rappers out there that just like could easily make that claim, that could wear that title, that crown. Too many to have just one. So rap is a different kind of animal. Yeah, toothpaste and tap water also has heavy metals in it. And those heavy metals get into our system, man, and it's no good for us. Ramadan Kareem. Blaze, appreciate that, Blaze. The canvas. Yeah, that bean pie is good for you. I mean, too much of anything is, everything is in moderation, even things that are good for you. But, it's better to be eating bean pie than it is to be eating Oreo cookies around this bad boy. Catalog check, non-compare. Yeah, man. I might brag a little bit on my catalog every now and then, because I won't say that I got the most albums out of any rapper. I don't know. I'm sure that's somebody who got me, and I don't count people who just put a bunch of stuff together and say it's an album, or just they putting some of the same. I mean, legit going in the studio, knocking them boys out with legitimate studio projects. I may beat my chest a little bit on that one. Appreciate you, Corey. What up, Ben? Monica Hendry says every genre has some rap in it. These days, you're right. everybody's trying to capitalize off of hip hop in some form and fashion, the popularity. Everybody's trying to do it because it's so it's lucrative. There's money to be made. When there's money to be made, trust me, everybody gonna jump on it. Everybody gonna jump on the bandwagon and try to get a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? The next album will be out in late May. I hope. That's 2 months from now. I got to go in overdrive. Late May, maybe middle of June. No further than that. No further than that. Will there be a part 3 to the session and follow-up session? I don't know. Hard to say, Andy. Hard to say. I don't like to push stuff too far. Sometimes it's good to let it be over with. Where do you stand on gun control? I don't know. I know that a lot of the gun people are very hypocritical. I'll say that. Because a lot of times, if it's a situation where they feel like their guns are being threatened to being taken away by some politician or some law that might get passed, and it's gun this, gun this, gun that, and then we're going to stand behind you and your right to have your guns, and then I look up and a black person justifiably uses their gun, and now they getting in trouble, getting ready to get locked up, and all of a sudden you don't hear nothing from the gun people. But that's just another part of it. I don't know. Where do you stand on gun control? What are your thoughts on a doctrine going around in mosques about Israel no longer existing by July 8th? I'd never heard of that doctrine. What mosque are you referring to that it's going around in? How did you become privy to that information? And why is the date July 8th? They have a specific date. So those would be the questions that I would ask. What are your thoughts on the new industrial revolution of technology we are currently entering into right now? The World Economic Forum is talking about. I haven't seen anything from the World Economic Forum. I haven't checked that out, but you say the industrial revolution of technology. I thought that been started. Am I tripping with myself? You said we're entering into the industrial revolution of technology. Biologically speaking, do you consider yourself to be an Israelite? I know that black people are the true children of Israel, but our existence is greater than a body of land, and the whole planet is ours. If I'm answering your question the way you're asking it. So I know a lot of my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, they're like, well, you know, we're Israelites. We're not this, we're this, we're not this, we're not that, you know, and that's fine because, again, I know that we are the true children of Israel, as opposed to those who have made that claim and told that lie and are attempting to steal that birthright. Hope I answered that question. Would you ever tour on the East Coast, DC specifically? Yeah, hey man, I go where I'm called. I go where I'm booked. Brother, is that Anon? I go where I'm booked. You know, so if I go to the East Coast, that means somebody out there booked me. I've done shows. I did a show in Boston out there recently. When did I go to Boston? A few years ago. Hey, wherever they send for me, once it lines up, I'm coming. Duke Togo, do you have any recurring dreams? I don't have recurring dreams. Once I dream it, I don't dream it no more. That's it. I rarely dream. I don't really dream a lot. I don't really have this situation where it's like every night I have these different dreams. I don't do that. Now, I read somewhere that everybody dreams every night. There are just some people who recall their dreams when they wake up, and there's some people who don't always recall their dreams. So, but I read somewhere that said everybody dreams. So I don't know if I subscribe to that, but I don't have recurrent. I don't have those dreams where okay, I dreamed this last night and then the next night it dreamed it again. No, I don't do that. Yeah. What are your thoughts on, is that recantation or reincarnation? Recantation. I got to look that up. We might be in a dream right now. I said that a long time ago. I might just be a character in somebody's dream. Tanya China, welcome. Marty Marr, what do you think about the culture of H-Town rap right now? I think it's in a good place, man. The rodeo show was a big boost for the city of Houston's hip hop scene in terms of showing that our local rap legends could actually hold down a monumental platform and stage like that, in a concert of that magnitude. They could sell it out like that, and that it was peaceful, wasn't no problems, wasn't no fighting and no madness going on. And it was diverse in terms of all of the different record labels and eras of Houston rap being involved on that show, except one. that was one group of Houston rap foundational pieces that was one that was glaringly missing. But at the end of the day, that was a beautiful thing for the city. So I think the game is in a good place. I think that it would be a lot better. The culture would be a lot better if these clowns at these radio stations would play more good local conscious rap music. The radio is a joke out here, man. And it's been like that ever since that regime that took over a long time ago took over. It messed it up, messed the game up out here. They ruined it. You know, people got to pay to get on and all this old stuff, and they ruined it for a lot of the local artists. But outside of that, the scene has popped back up because the internet has given artists a new ability to be in control and to seize control and have control of their of platforms that you don't necessarily need the radio, because you can put something out and they get 1 million views, 2 million views, and you don't need the radio now. That is your radio. Those are your spins. How do you feel about these fools keep talking about using nuclear weapons against Russia? Who? Who are the fools talking about using nuclear weapons against Russia? You should just ask me how I feel about that whole situation, period. I mean, this war is going to be the war to end all wars. This is not good on any level. So it doesn't matter if you siding with Russia, if you siding with Ukraine, you siding with America. America will be involved in this thing at some point down the line, and it's going to be probably the biggest mistake America ever made, if that's possible. All the mistakes America's made. Yeah. On the topic of recurring dreams, I know people that have recurring dreams. I know people, now this is crazy. I know people who have told me that they have had a dream, right? That they was having a dream. They woke up out of the dream, get up, go to the bathroom, or get up, go get some water or something, go right back to sleep, and the dream picks up right where it left off. They left off like a TV show or something. That's amazing to me. It's like, man, your dream, you hit pause. You hit pause on your own dream. Your dream got a pause button. As soon as you doze back off and went to sleep, it clicked right back in where it was. Sauce Walker is underrated. I gotta listen to Sauce Walker, man. He from my hood too. I hear a lot of good talk about him. I gotta sit down and listen to that brother, because I hear a lot about him, man. He from my hood. So shout out to Sauce Walker, man. Funky town up in this thing, man. Yep. Go back into what? What inspired you to write Grand Deception? What inspired me to write Grand Deception is that we were being deceived on a grand level. And the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I had so many notes, so much information stored up. I just wanted to cover it all and just be all over the place, And that's what Grand Deception was like, a compilation of all of those different subjects that I spoke about, just going in one after the other, you know, to try to touch everything that I could within that time span. Man, y'all going deep. What is your opinion on abortion laws? Or pro-choice? Well, it's always a touchy subject. I believe that God is the creator of life. And though we are the vessels that he uses to facilitate and bring life into existence, he is the owner of that life. He is the author of that life. And simply because we decide that, oh, I wasn't ready for this at this moment. Whoa, I made a mistake. Whoa, let's just get rid of the baby. That's not my, I'm not into that. But I do believe that there are circumstances where it may be warranted. Like if the mother is in danger of losing her life. And I saw a post one time where a man, this was recently, I saw where a man was faced with a decision where they were like, look, his wife was pregnant. It's like either the baby is gonna die or the wife is gonna die. You have to make the decision. And he made the decision to keep the child and let the wife die. And boy, that started up a whole uproar because people were saying that, man, he shouldn't have let his wife die because they can have another child. But this is a woman that he's been with, that he's married, he's committed to, and he just lets her die. Then his argument was, well, I know my wife. And if I would have chosen to let my wife live and the baby die, my wife would have never forgiven me. She would have wanted it that way. That was his argument. So that's a hard situation. But the question is, as a man, what would you have done? Would you say, well, I understand how you feel, but you're my wife, and not to say this in a harsh way. I don't want, just like I said, it's touchy. I don't even like to talk about stuff like this. But don't take this in a harsh way. To say, okay, we're gonna choose a life of a child who we don't have an attachment to just yet. We love our unborn child, but we already have an attachment to each other. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. But that's one of the instances. If the mother was in danger of losing her life, then her life would have to be spared over the unborn child. Or in the case of a rape, then that's another situation. But I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna move on. When are you opening the call-in phone line? Yeah, man, I'm gonna do that, man. I've been saying I'm gonna do that for the longest. I'm gonna get a phone line going where y'all can call in live, and I can hear y'all talking. Y'all can ask these questions live on the air, because what I need to say can't be understood easily by text. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up, but let me make y'all understand something. Just because I'm opening up phone lines, that don't mean you get to call in and give a 30-minute speech. These phone calls will be restricted to short questions or comments. You don't get to call in and give a lecture and just run down your whole history. And then when I was 5 years old, my grandma moved in with us, and that was a tough time in life, and which brings me up to third grade. Nah, it's not gonna be none of that. So I don't get happy, y'all. I ain't saying you, I'm just in general, because before the pandemic shut down my radio show, well, it didn't shut down my radio show, it just took us out of the building. We were no longer doing the radio show live from the radio station. You know, I took calls. I took call-ins on my radio show, and people would call in sometimes. And you know how people get. People, when you give certain folks an opportunity to talk that may not necessarily get a chance, boy, they would turn that platform into their own and get on their soapbox and start just going off. You see it all the time. It's like, man, listen, this is not your personal platform to get your rocks off. That's why, if that's the case, you should start you up a YouTube channel. You should start you up a podcast. You should start you up with something that you are the main speaker, where you can yap as long as you want to, but you're not gonna do it on my platform. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna get up there and talk for 75 minutes, rambling on and going all into the cosmos and telling me what Charles Darwin said. And nah, we're not gonna do none of that. It's gonna be, do you have a question or a comment? Hit it. Hit it and quit it. And in respect to other people that might want to call in, you can't just sit up there and hog up all the time. People do that. People do that. That's one of my pet peeves, bro. I'm like, when people doing that, man, I'll be losing it just internally, like, oh my gosh, man. Because it's disrespectful. And it shows no respect or etiquette. Because again, there are people behind you that want to call in and want to talk, that have things to say, and you stand up there and talk for 30 minutes. So yeah, it's gonna be a limit. So I'm gonna do it, but I don't want any of y'all to think that you're gonna get to call in and just get your rocks off with me. Bend over is a whole life story. Nah, not on mine. Not on mine, son. I've lived that too much, man. Yeah, my radio station, I would have a topic, unless even if I was doing an interview. If I was interviewing somebody, I would do the interview, then we would open the phone lines for people to call in and talk to my guests. But if I was just dealing with a topic, then I would speak on the topic. Then at some point I would open up the phone lines where people could call in and express whatever they want to express concerning the topic. But people will, man, we could be talking about the evolution of the cockroach. That could be the topic. Tonight we're talking about the evolution of the cockroach. All things cockroaches. That's what we on right now. And somebody will call in and just start talking about Pistol Pete Maravich. And they just, no respect. Kind of like how people do on this platform when I do have a topic. Now, the night like tonight where it's open topic, yeah, it's all good. We can go all over the place. We can be here, there. That's fine, because it's open topic. But y'all have seen it. Those of y'all who are regulars on my channel, y'all seen me many times have a specific topic, and somebody wants to call, wants to chime in, talking about other crap, trolling and trying to create a distraction and a deflection, and just, or even if they're not trolling, they just don't respect the guidelines. They'll ask me about something that has nothing to do with the topic, and you have to tell, hey man, stay on topic. This one you might need to sit this one out. We have to practice that, And I understand people say, man, I'm getting a chance to talk to this guy. I may not get a chance to talk to him. I want to ask him what I need to ask him, but I come on here pretty regular enough to where y'all would know that you'll get your chance. Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, Angela, they deep, man. They all into the calcification of the pineal gland. I read about that. Martin or Michael? Martin or who? Or Michael who? Crystal, some people are selfish. Yeah, that's what it is too. It's also selfishness. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't. Can we get to 100 likes? Mike Cherry said there's a time for everything. Yeah, everything is proper context. See, when something is done out of time, you don't get the same result. If you're cooking something and it says, let this cook for 10 minutes, then add this particular ingredient, then you got to let it cook for 10 minutes, then add that ingredient. You don't put that ingredient in immediately because it's not ready for it yet. So it messes up the entire deal. See? So that's what everything has to be done in its proper time, in proper context. I don't believe that dinosaurs existed. What? How do you explain all those bones and those big... I don't know. But I don't believe that the dinosaurs existed. If the dinosaurs existed, I'm just asking questions. Y'all enlighten me. What do they say killed the dinosaurs? One of the theories is that a meteor struck, right? A meteor hit the earth and it wiped out the dinosaurs, right? That's what I saw somewhere. Why did it just kill the dinosaurs? And were the dinosaurs, I'm asking the question, were the dinosaurs just in one particular region of the earth, and that just happened to be the region where the meteor struck? Because if the meteor struck the earth and killed the dinosaurs, what if it was dinosaurs on other parts of the earth where the meteor didn't hit? Say more to the story. What about the people? Was it just dinosaurs around back then? Why did God just create dinosaurs and no people? I'm just asking some silly little questions. So man hid in the cave. What if the cave was in the path of the meteor? The cave wouldn't have saved man. All of the people hid in the cave. It may not have been 7 billion people on the planet like it is now, but I'm sure there were more people than there was dinosaurs, because the dinosaurs supposedly were just so enormous and humongous. How many dinosaurs were there? I'm just throwing some stuff out, just based on what they say. Mirror, mirror. We're going to fight, mirror. Me and you, we're going to fight. Would you promote other businesses on your channel? Depends on what the business is. Yeah, depends on what the business is. If it's something that's legit and not something negative or crazy or twisted, then yeah, I promote it on my channel. I do that anyway. I get shout outs all the time. Appreciate that, non-ether. You got to admit, though, whoever made the dinosaurs up a bad mother. Yeah, I mean, like I say, even the structures. You can go to these museums. This was the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's huge. These are the bones, the intricate details of the bones. Hey, man, just don't believe in the dinosaurs. What purpose did they serve? Justin Petway said, how could bones last that long? They're supposed to decay. What about the ones that could fly, like the pterodactyl? According to paleontologists, before we became people, we were small, shrew-like creatures. I just believe that the Creator made man in his own image. So that which we see is a reflection of that which created us. Now, the form may have evolved over time, may not have been in this actual form that we see. There may have been some tweaks to it over time. But I don't believe that we evolved from fish. I don't believe that we evolved from monkeys and apes, primates. I believe that we are this creation, this vessel is the glory of God, is the best of his creation. Not no animals, and not those things were made subservient to us. We are the more intelligent being. These things were subservient to us. These are the things that we have been given power and dominion over. Not the other way around. Uh-oh. Mirror, mirror, say, let's talk about the Giants. The New York Giants? No, just the New York Giants, no, they ain't that good. They ain't gonna be that good. See the dinosaurs, the aliens. Oh man. There have been so many degrees of misinformation have been cast among us, man. And it's amazing how quickly we are to believe the far-fetched as opposed to the simplistic, or that which, in my personal opinion, I would assume just makes more common logical sense. We believe the far-fetched. So they'll make up a show called Ancient Aliens, and they would talk about how these aliens created and built the pyramids, not because it's a true statement, it's because they don't want to give credit to those black people who actually did build those pyramids, because even in 2022, they don't know how they did it. So us being labeled as these creatures who were so savage, so unintelligent, they like, there's no possible way that these people could have created these magnificent structures, these mathematically and scientifically precise structures that align with the stars in such a way that they almost speak a language. Come on, man, let me shut up. But the aliens did it. Come on, man. It's hard for us to believe because of all of the technology that we have today. We don't entertain the thought that there could have been greater knowledge and greater mathematical wisdom and understanding thousands of years ago than there is now among those people from thousands of years ago. We don't fathom that, because we like, well, man, this is the most technologically advanced civilization that ever lived. You don't know that. Just because you got a phone that you can talk to your homeboy in Mississippi, you can FaceTime your girlfriend. See? I've heard someone say, I want to be an activist, but I don't want to get shot. Well, he can just take the first three letters then. He can just be an act. He can just act. See? I want to be a fireman, but I don't want to get burned. And who's to say you're going to get shot just because you're an activist? But the bottom line is, a real activist doesn't even entertain that kind of thought, that kind of foolish thought, because they understand what comes along with the job, with the task, with the assignment. They understand that. So they like, man, look, I'm focused on doing what's necessary to save my people. And if that requires putting myself on the front lines, and whatever comes after that, then that's what comes after that. So somebody who may say, I want to be an activist, but I don't get shot. We don't need you, no way. Just that mentality, not to say you should want to get shot. It's just the thought that you would even have that in your mind. Like, okay, what may going on somewhere? Nobody wanted to get shot. They got shot. Martin Luther King didn't want to get shot. Malcolm X didn't want to get shot. But you have to have a greater love for the cause and for the people than you have a fear of what might happen to you. See? Joe Say 78. I know that social media helps get your music out, but how do you feel about what social media is doing to social structure and the biological changes it has on developing minds? Yeah, it's a bad thing, man. But again, it goes back to something I talked about early on, how it's intentional. See, the concept of genocide, the concept of genocidal plots, people make the mistake of just thinking that it's always done through something physical. Genocide meaning, okay, we gonna put a bunch of crack on the streets and make people kill themselves smoking, and genocide, oh, we gonna kill a lot of them, we gonna mass murder a lot of them. Genocide, we gonna chemically and act biological warfare through the food and the chemicals and all that type of stuff. But genocide, this whole social media thing is a form of genocide. Because again, like we said with the music, they weaponize so many things that we use on a daily basis. So when you scrolling through social media and you seeing all this negativity, you seeing all this madness online, it is literally, like you're saying, it's molding and shaping the minds of our young people and older people. Because we got to stop just saying, oh man, it's just corrupting our young people. No, it's corrupting older people too. It's corrupting us too. It ain't just on the young people. Because some of us, we watching that same stuff. We looking at the fight. We looking at the fight video too. We looking at the twerking video too. So, yeah, it has an effect, like you say, on developing minds, but it also has an effect on older minds that are supposed to be more mature minds, but those are minds that never developed either. Those minds are 45, 50. But they allow that. See, and the hypocrisy is that, yeah, they'll allow all this stuff to be seen, all these songs with the bad lyrics and all, they'll allow all that. That's why it's genocide. That's why it's weaponized. But Reza Islam, Ben X, Farrakhan, hold on, what they talk about? Oh, they trying to save these Negroes. Nope. Terminate them. Shut them down. See, it's hypocrisy. Plain and simple. So I can see this nonsense. This is fine. I can listen to the radio and I can hear songs talking about calling women B's and H's and all that. That's fine. But like the brother said earlier, if I start talking about natural cures for sicknesses and things of that nature, wait a minute, shut him down. Hypocrisy, man. They don't want to save nobody. They want to save nobody. What if we really are just a science project? We are a science project to this world's scientists. We are a science project. They've been experimenting on us for the longest. So yeah, we are. Ain't no what if. Missed something that y'all said. Message to the millennials. Yeah, I heard about that book. Need to check that out. Mirror, mirror. Did you see the video about the trumpet sound in the sky from around the world? No, I didn't see that, but I'm familiar with that trumpet because the man that I stand on and believe in, he is the trumpet. And that's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Take it or leave it. He is the trumpet, the final call. So I didn't see that video, but it's easy for the elites to manipulate people if the quality of life is poor from the start. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Oh, y'all got me over 100 likes, huh? That's what's up. Cogs, I appreciate the love. Appreciate the donation, my man. Thank you so much for that. Salute to you, man. Trying to read what the little cartoon character is saying on there, but me and these bad eyes I got. Yeah. Much love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a great one. I had to hit y'all up, hadn't talked to y'all in a while, man. Blessings.